Up between the San Antonio Express and our home team. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now ETN to start the drive. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A good start. One play, 10 yards. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Willis. They'll drop that underneath to ETN. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The Dolphins at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Not a great start, dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Willis. And that is incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. When they failed on that 3rd down play, that brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
Trying for it on 4th down. Here's Willis. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. They go play action here on 1st down. We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. Keep in mind he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smiles.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens, things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Willis now off play action. He rifles one that's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
That's an early scramble can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year and 3rd overall. And the Express used the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Willis on the bootleg, rolling to his right. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a short gain down to about the 33. The 2nd down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. A chance of wasting this great starting field position. A real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Straight ahead, Etienne. Finding space at the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 41 yards rushing for him now in just his first 3 carries. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Willis now off of play action. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Give that sack to Nakobe Dean. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 1st and 10, Willis. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. On 1st down, Willis. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Christian Watson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 and 10-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kid who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there with 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop him on 3rd down. Back to throw again. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
So people on defense in this one is looking at the good and setting up because they did get the touchdown back to him earlier to shut him down.
So you're exactly right. I would say they contained him very well. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Boswell's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the...
And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Back to throw, Willis. That's complete to DK Metcalf. Touchdown! DK Metcalf, 44 yards. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. Give him the lead here as we get into the 10-10. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Steps away. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique.
He's got a man complete. The 20. Touchdown. DK Metcalf as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Bass. Up and good. And the lead is up to 8. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Willis will look to throw on first down. He'll drop this one off with ETN. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 2nd and 5. Willis looking to throw it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Christian Watson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
A waste of time.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the third quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. But wasn't the strongest of first halves? For them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
On play action, they'll throw. Pass incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Inside 4 minutes to go. Third quarter. Now Willis on 1st and 10. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. DK Metcalf. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Dolphins take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Bass. Up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
On 2nd down, a run with ETN. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Willis's throw into the hands of Fant. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Here's Willis. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
2nd down and goal. Willis. Touchdown! From 6 yards away. And the Dolphins take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown. Extra point by Bass. Up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all.
And now here's another interception.
Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there, a jumbo package look. They go play action with Willis.
He's going to let this one go deep.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. On the counter, Etienne. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Play fake, here's Willis. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Trying for it on 4th down. Here's Willis. That's complete. Bernard. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Back now here on EA Sports.
Here we go.
A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really eliminate them. Not cool.
To the air on 1st down. Here's Willis. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Micah Parsons able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. A give running right, Etienne. They find some open field here. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 82 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from...
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Dolphins are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Bass. The good one. And this one was more a while ago as he just held on to that big lead.
Keep going.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. There's Moody with another catch. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Dolphins are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their victories.
He's got a man complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Pass on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On the 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Something appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired. He still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. And he's He's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Hurry!
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one was over a long time ago.
The partner under the lights in prime time, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the home team here, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals.